So they've even started the video. So for those of you who already know that, everything's being taped and put on YouTube later. But that's, everything. So if everyone sings, then I don't think there will be a problem. So I thought I'd just ask you first, how many of you speak Swedish? Wow. Okay, cool. How many of you speak English? I guess if you understood the question, Yeah. Okay, so that's everyone. How many of you speak, wie viele von euch sprechen Deutsch? Das sind ja aber auch ganz viele. Cool. Wow. Okay, so come to the front. So what I thought we'd do, because this is a workshop, this is not a talk, so I want you to give you some background to the two songs that I have prepared for you. So I'm Charlotte Scherping Larsson. I'm from Sweden, but I've been living in Germany for quite some time. And I did a talk called Reasons for Learning Swedish, where I talked about music, literature, the history of Sweden, because I think those are things that motivate me to learn a language. Because I want to read those poems of Anna Akhmatova, and I want to read those books by William Shakespeare and Harry Turtledove and whoever. And that's the reason why I learn a language. So I think that's very important to have that as a part of the Polyglot gathering. And I think dialects are also a very important part of languages. I don't know if you've seen that, but what we see as the language, the standardized language, are really made up of the different dialects that are spoken. It's just someone that went around and listened to people. Come to the front, come to the front. Wow, we even have a musical instrument. No, come to the front. Or make space here in the second row. Okay. So that's why I think we should also look into more of the dialects and not just look into the standards. So unfortunately, the talk about Napoletano is at the same time, otherwise I would have been there too, because I've also sung in Napoletano. Yay! Okay, so yes, what I thought we'd do is to just look at the two songs that I've prepared. We'll listen to them and then we'll sing them together. How does that sound? Woo! Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so the first song that I've prepared is from an island called Gotland. Do you know where that is?
Isn't it the island in the middle between Sweden and the Baltic? No?
On the other side, I think. I think in this side of Sweden.
So Sweden is a long country, and wait, I'll show you another picture to clarify that. So here you see basically Sweden, and you can see, and here you see the two islands that are a part of Sweden. This is Öland, which is very close, so you can actually drive over if you just take a bridge. And you have to take a ferry to go to Gotland, and when I was a kid, we took the overnight ferry. And now they go quite fast, so you can go there without sleeping on the way. And this is where my father's from, and that's where I spent every summer. So I feel like a sommargotlänning. But real people from Gotland don't think that's, real Gotlanders, of course. So that's where Gotland is. And this is Gotland, so you can see a lot of the cities that are there. And the biggest city is Visby. So that's where you go, that's where all the people from Stockholm go on vacation to enjoy Gotland and to enjoy just spending time somewhere far away. And in a place called När, they speak a very interesting dialect. And my father is from somewhere like here. So as you can see, it's not really that far away from När. But they have a very typical way of speaking in När. And he said that when he goes there, he can't really understand them. So you might understand that. That's quite a challenge if even the locals are having trouble with it. And the song I'm going to show you was written in 1975, and it has been used in something called Närrevyn, which is like a funny musical show that they do every year in När. So you can actually go there and see it, which I would recommend you to do, because Gotland is awesome. Okay. So this is a song, Summan Kummar. We have another participant here who's from Gotland, and he always shakes his head when I try to speak with an accent from Gotland. But I'll try to do that anyway, so you can hear it once. And we'll also listen to the song and sing it together. So, Summan Kummar med sol. So maybe you can turn that off. Sorry. It's fine. So, Summan Kummar, what does that mean? Summer is coming, exactly. So, Summan Kummar med sol, with the sun, exactly. Kummar över Hellmark och Stein. Yes, mostly like that. Yva, so you see that Yva is actually über, över. Förfäders bein. Exactly. Über Martal, über ein, über Maurar och mack, liksom über Pinsvein och rack, skainar soli igen paladingen. So what the song is basically talking about is that the summer is coming, and there are lots of metaphors and beautiful pictures to show this. And here you can see, visst skulle det vara trist, skulle det vara om Gotland inte fanns. So what would that mean? Yeah?
It would be sad if there was no Gotland.
Exactly, it would be sad if there was no Gotland. So this has been called like the informal national song of Gotland. And that's why people know it. So I was at the wedding, actually my cousin's wedding. We all went to Mallorca for some reason, which is also another island. And we were all sitting there and, drinking as Swedes do, and like singing different songs. And then they were like, we need to sing Summan Kummar. So we all did. And that's what we're going to do now too. Okay. So we'll listen to it once. And then we'll see how it goes. Is it okay from the from the volume? Yeah, okay. So you can see that there's also going to be the text, so you can read it at the same time. We'll just listen to it first. If you want to sing along, you can sing along already. That's okay.
Stay
Woo! Great. So, now you've listened to it once. Is there something about the text that you were thinking about that makes it different from standard Swedish?
Is it possible to sing it even without being drunk?
Yes. Yes, I mean, it's actually a very beautiful summer song. So, yes. That's as far as it goes. Okay.
My husband, who I'm going to out, is a Swede right now. He said that this is not the distinct language of Gotland, that it's dialect, but not far enough away from standard
unless
Swedish.
I'm wrong, I think this is I mean, local Swedish, but there was also an older language.
Oh, you mean Gutamål? You should actually look up my talk on Gutamål and Gotländska, which you can find on YouTube.
Two distinct things.
Well, the thing is that Gotländska is very inspired by Gutamål, so you can sometimes hear words from Gutamål, and like depending on how you talk about it, you know, people think of it as a dialect or a language.
Okay, yeah, but this is not it.
Well, I mean, this is the way they speak in När, I think. So yeah, I think it's very influenced by Gutamål. Okay, so is there something you notice about, I don't know, the diphthongs? Oh, yes?
No, I just noticed that the, for instance, soli is probably solen.
Yeah, for example. Yes, so as you can see, you see sole instead of solen, and you have lots of diphthongs that you don't have in standard Swedish. Yeah?
Oh, my Swedish is terrible, but I've noticed that there's a lot of where I would expect o.
Yeah.
Unless I'm misinterpreting.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Like, yva, when you would say över, so you have r instead of er, över. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, and Stein is of course in Swedish sten. So you have a diphthong there instead of like something completely normal. Okay, so, yes?
Is there no hö in this dialect?
So in this dialect, it's really, really cool because you really learn how to spell Swedish. Because you don't say stjärna for star, you say stjärna. So you actually pronounce all of the letters in the ske sound. Stjärna. So you really, really learn how to, you know, spell those complicated words. So magically, like, as I've heard it, like most kids from Gotland actually don't have problems spelling that. And people from other parts of Sweden do, because they, you know, why can't we just write it SK? You know? No, we can't, because it's a different word. Okay, so do you feel ready to sing this? Great, okay, so let's do it. Yes, go ahead.
So where an oo is written, is that the back vowel or a central vowel the way it is in traditional Swedish?
I don't remember, I'm sorry. Does anyone have the up-to-date on this?
It sounds like the sound that's represented by the O in regular Swedish.
Yeah. So there's quite a lot of variation too, and Gotland also has different words for the same thing in different parts of Gotland. So, you know, just do your best and it will be awesome. Okay, let's do it.
Sommar med sol i komma
So how was that? Zu schnell.
Swedish costumes for us to wear while singing it.
I should wear a traditional costume. Yes, for everyone. I have at least like one traditional hat, you know? I should have brought that one at least. Yeah, but I didn't. Yeah, it is. It's pretty, I like it. Lots of metaphors, lots of nature, like the things that make Sweden beautiful. We always sing about summer. We sing about winter too. Yeah. So you can see there are lots of funny things that you say in modern Gotland dialect. So there's a book called Skyttvarpe med mjölkrusku. Do you understand what that means? So do you know what varpa is? Yeah, exactly. Varpa is a game. That's when you throw a disc, but it's a typical like Gotland game called varpa. And the skyttvarpa is a what? So skytt, what could that mean? Yeah, meat. So kött, yeah, skyttvarpa. So skyttvarpa is a hamburger. I guess it's a joke. I've never actually heard anyone say that. But it's the name of the book. And there are lots of like these metaphors for things like pinsvin. Yeah. Okay, so do you want to sing it again or should we go on to the next song? Next one. Okay, we'll go on. Okay, so we'll move to a different part of Sweden now, which is called Köppäbävisan. And does anyone have any associations to Köppäbävisan right away? Very nice cider, yes, exactly. Yes. Anything else? Maybe something from the Swedes in the audience. A copper mine, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's an old mining area, and as you can see here, there are lots of, other cities that are close by. Like, 118 kilometers away is my hometown of Västerås. Then you have Falun, which is, also has a mine. Örebro is 84 kilometers to the south. You have Karlstad, 132 kilometers away. So you could say it's in the heart of Sweden. And something happened one summer in the 80s in Sweden. And that was a music teacher who decided to write a song with his students. And suddenly it was on the radio and it was everywhere and we really couldn't avoid it at all. I don't think I was born at the time, so I don't have any memories myself of it. But I've heard it since then and it's quite funny, even though the story it sounds tragic. But I guess you have to have Swedish humor to understand it. So does anyone know what I'm talking about? Can you say it again?
Fontjärnkurv.
Yeah, fontjärnkurv. What does that mean?
If I don't get a sausage.
Yeah, if I don't get a sausage. Yes. So it's actually called Köppäbävisan also. And Köppäbä is, of course, like the dialectal word for what? Kopparberg, exactly, Köppäbä. So this is something we're going to learn to sing because we have here the word vägen till Köppäbä. So that's something we're going to learn to do quite soon. Okay, so yes, the text is if I don't get a sausage, and what will happen if I don't get a sausage? Do you understand it? What will happen if I don't get a sausage? What am I going to do? Yes, I'm going to jump into the river. Yeah. So, fontjärnkurv, så hoppar jag i älva. And jag is of course jag. and which you probably know that you don't pronounce the G normally in Swedish. So in this dialect, you've made it quite clear that there's no G because it's not included in the text. And sausage is normally what in Swedish? Korv. Yes, exactly. So normally you say korv, but here we say kurv. Kurv. Perfect. So try to make the ö sound for those that don't normally do it. Kurv. Wow, this is so funny. Yeah, okay, great. Så får inte jag en kurv så hoppar jag i 11 i Köppäbä. So for those of you who know German, I mean, this is quite easy because you think about die Elbe, zum Beispiel, for example. So you think about an elv. So do you know the other Swedish word for river? Flod, yes, exactly. And what's the difference between a flod and an elv?
Flod is only in a foreign country, or outside of Scandinavian.
And I think, yeah, so there's a third word for river in Swedish, which is? Å, exactly, yeah. And so, if I remember it correctly, you only have å in the south, and then you have älv in the north, and floder are outside of Scandinavia. So you can always hear, depending on the word for river, where it is. Great. Okay. So, so we should look at this text once before we listen to it, and then before we sing it. Hava ettermiddag ute i Köppäbä, which means what?
I don't get the chorus.
Oh, the first line. Hava ettermiddag ute i Köppäbä. So what could, yeah.
It was in the afternoon in Köppäbä.
Yes, it was in the afternoon in Kopparberg. Yeah, so you don't say eftermiddag, you say ettermiddag. So there's another G missing there. Yeah, exactly. And as you can see, you also don't have the G in Köppäbä. So what could the next one mean? Och jag var henne och denne. Yeah, I was here and there. But said in a more dialectal way, because of course you could say something like, jag var här och jag var där. There's also a song that uses that one. But here's a very dialectal way of saying, I was here and there and everywhere. Och jag var henne och denna. Because the next one you can see, jag var uppe och nere, which is what? Yeah, perfect. So what is inna och uta? Yes, perfect. And where is this taking place? Yes, perfect. Okay, so farsan och morsan har kåk ute i fossa. Who are farsan och morsan? Yes, exactly. And as you can see here, if you know, so you know informal Swedish too, right? So how would you say that in like a standard Swedish but slang way? Father and mother? Yes, exactly. And so what's missing? Like, what have they changed here in the dialect? R. Yeah, exactly. The R is missing. So you say farsan och morsan. And what's a kåk? Okay, I guess this is really difficult. So it's a house. But I guess it's more like, you know, that old thing, you know. No. Okay, so they have a house. Dit ska jag åka och strula och jossa. And, well, like you say strula, what would you say strula would mean?
Mess around?
Yeah, I'm going to go there and mess around, you know? And I have never heard jossa used outside of this song, which means that I probably haven't been enough in Kopparberg. Sen tar jag bussen och dönar raka vägen till Köppäbä. So what could that mean? So Raka vägen till Köppäbä. What's that? Yeah, exactly. So then I'm going to take the bus straight on to Köppäbä. Jobba i verke och plätte i dosa, sen nu till Valsan styr jag min kosa, där har jag stuga och mölje hela sömman lång. So, which part of the year are we talking about again? Yes! So what's the word for summer? Yes, okay, and so do you find the other word for house here? Stuga, perfect, exactly. So where do Swedes have their stuga? In the countryside, exactly. We have that in the countryside, and that's where he's going to do, where he's going to go. So he's jobbe i verke, so he's working somewhere. But afterwards, when he's done with working, he's going to go out into his little cottage in the forest or somewhere, and that's where he's going to stay all summer long. Okay, so now it's like lots of Swedish culture here, so we'll see how far we get. När jag är ledig så går jag på vallen och hejar på Brage, får ont ut i skallen. Och vad det beror på här vill jag inte tala om. What could this mean? So I think they're talking about soccer, actually. Yeah, exactly. So in my spare time, I go to Vallen, and I go there to cheer on my team, which is Brage. So you're going to hear in the song that everyone at that time says, Heja Brage! Which is, what you say to cheer on your team. So we're also going to say that. And maybe we can practice that one time. So I say, Heja Brage, and you say, Heja Brage. Okay? När jag är ledig så går jag på vallen och hejar på Brage. Perfect, yes. Okay, so får ont ut i skallen, what is that? Yeah, so my head hurts. Och vad det beror på här vill jag inte tala om. What could that mean? Yeah, I don't want to talk about the reason why my head hurts. Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then we only have the refrain left, right? But you already know that. So what did the refrain mean again? Yes, if I won't get a sausage, I'll jump into the river. If I won't get a sausage, I'll jump into the river. If I don't get a sausage, I'll jump into the river in Köppäbä. Okay, cool. So I guess you're all ready to hear the song, and then we'll sing it. Great.
När jag är ledig så går jag på
Super easy, right? Yeah. So is there anything else you were thinking about while we were listening to the song that we should talk about before singing it?
Point out how the L is pronounced. That's Erdevan. That's Erdevan.
What? Where?
They don't say Elva. They say Erdevan.
Okay, so can we try saying that once? Yeah. So can you say it again, everyone? Erva? Erva? Like more like a retroflexive R. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Erva. 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 Yeah. Okay. So I think what we should do when we sing is to stand up. You know, because we sing much better when we stand, right? And you have, you know, air in your stomach and can breathe. Okay. So I thought we can sing this, and then we'll see if you want to sing it again, and then we can sing the other song again. Okay? Good. Okay, so do you feel ready to sing this one? Do you feel ready to say, Heja Brage? Heja Brage! Perfect. That sounds so good. Okay, then let's go. Great job, everyone. Good. Bra gjort. Yes.
Why does he want to jump into the river for want of a sausage?
So why does he want to jump into the river?
Because he's drunk.
That might be the case, that he's had a bit too much alcohol to drink. So why do you think? Why would you jump into the river if you don't get a sausage?
You're desperate if you don't get a sausage in Sweden.
Yeah, you're desperate to get your sausage. Yes, of course, you have to... Yeah, you're threatening someone like, give me a sausage or I'll die. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But, you know, hot...
I must say this always disturbed me.
As a child.
Yes, as a child, I didn't know why he wanted to jump into it. he seemed like anything could happen with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, someone who would jump into a river for a sausage, that sounds kind of extreme, and I really hope it's a vegetarian sausage. So I think it's quite funny that you ask that, because Germans can be quite literal, right? You know, why is he jumping through the river? I think this is more metaphorical, you know, so I would do anything for a sausage. Which is why I picked this song, because it's fun, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think I still didn't get the phrase in the refrain, the font, curve. What does the font mean?
Oh.
I just don't get it.
Okay, so what does font mean? Does anyone have an idea?
It seems to be a contraction of for into. I don't get it.
Yes, exactly. It's a contraction. So we have those often in dialects, right? So you see the for. Yeah, like in English. Yeah, any civilized language has contractions, right? So, får jag inte. Well, actually you can see that the ja is afterwards. So, får inte jag. Font ja. So yeah, it's a contraction. Perfect. Yeah, okay, so I just saw we have like 5 minutes left. So would you like to sing the song that we started with again? Yeah, great. Så man kommer. Yes. Oops. Oh, you need to stand up again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And the question is, do you want to have questions, talk about dialects and stuff, or would you like to see another song? Yes?
Okay, if you want another song, it's okay. I was just really, I'm afraid I didn't get the meaning of the second song, so if you could say it in English, translate it completely.
About the sausage? Oh, so does anyone want to explain it shortly?
No, they can explain to you later.
Ah, okay. Well, if I don't get a sausage, I'll jump in the river. Give me a sausage.
No, not the one, but the other things.
Oh, the summer.
No, the second one, but not the chorus, but the rest of the song.
Ah, okay.
It was like mom and dad, I don't know what was going on with that.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Well, we can look at it later. But, okay, so, yes? Okay, wait, we'll go back to that, because that's a good question. Not that the other one wasn't, you know. Sorry. Okay, so your question was about what?
In the first sentence you have uti,
Uh-huh.
and then you have
So ute i Köppäbä and inna och uta i Köppäbä. Well, actually, I is, a word that we use, it's happening in a place. So I would say that uti is like a dialectal version of I. And uta i Köppäbä, well, I'd say this is a part of the inna och uta.
But then you have the Österja i
Why is it i elva i Köppäbä and not i elva i Köppäbä?
Oh, time's up. I guess we'll have to put that for later. Perfect. But thank you so much for coming and keep speaking your dialects.